now at 11.
I was sad to see one of my best friends, to know that I wasn't going to see her smile and to hear her voice.
Right now at 11, taken too soon, a crash claims the life of a pregnant Lee County woman, leaving her friends and family to grieve the tragic loss. Plus, an officer hailed for his heroics behind the job finds himself on the other side of the law facing rape charges. And sniffing out explosives. New at 11, how these bees' super sense of smell could keep people safe. Breaking at 11, a severe weather outbreak rolls through the Midwest. Large and violent tornadoes are targeting states like Kansas and Oklahoma, leveling homes and destroying neighborhoods. Other states could also see baseball-sized hail, whipping winds and heavy rain. We're learning the storms may have killed at least one person, and the threat could continue overnight. Marley Hall has the breaking developments.
A reported tornado ripped through a mobile home park in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
It's just totally devastation right through here.
Rescue workers weaved through leveled homes looking for anyone who may be trapped, and crews carried the injured to safety. The powerful storm picked up trucks and tossed them like toys. The severe weather spread from the plains into the Midwest Sunday evening. In Edmond, Oklahoma, debris swirled in the air as a tornado moved across a usually busy roadway.
Look at all the debris in the air.
The storm damaged roofs and took down fences. In Viola, Kansas, just outside of Wichita, a tornado snaked across the sky. There are reports of tornadoes touching down in parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Iowa. A homeowner in Mitchell County, Iowa, looked shocked as she surveyed storm damage in her neighborhood. A powerful storm ripped apart barns and threw a piece of metal into power lines. Forecasters say the middle section of the country will likely be in for another round of severe weather Monday. Marley Hall for CBS News, Kansas City, Missouri.
Meanwhile, rain showers reappeared in southwest Florida today. Eric Stone is here to tell us if there's more on the way for your work week.
There sure is. You know, we're starting to get into that summer-like pattern. Not quite there yet, but the moisture's there, so it does look like we will be seeing those afternoon storms, at least for the next few days. As for right now, it's pretty quiet. This is Sky Tracker Doppler HD from 5 o'clock this afternoon, and this is a 6-hour loop, and you can see the thunderstorms in Charlotte and Lee County move southward into Collier County and then into the Gulf of Mexico. The last hour, though, well, not much going on. Just a few rain showers in DeSoto and Highlands County. Other than that, we are pretty nice. And boy, rainfall totals over an inch in Lehigh, Fort Myers, Alvin, North Fort Myers, Lake Placid, Punta Gorda, and Golden Gate. Oh, right around a half an inch of rain. When I come back, I'll let you know how long these rain showers will stay with us.
Eric, thank you. New at 11, authorities are investigating a fatal crash involving a motor scooter and a Hummer. The collision killed a 20-year-old woman who just days ago announced on her Facebook page that she was pregnant. It happened at Pine Island Road and Commerce Creek Boulevard in North Fort Myers. That's where senior reporter Mike Walcher joins us live.
It happened here late last night. A man and a woman were traveling westbound on Pine Island Road on a motor scooter. The Lee Sheriff's Office says a Hummer struck the scooter from behind and then dragged it for an unknown distance. Both people on that scooter were thrown off and the woman died here at the scene. In daylight, there's no sign of the crash that occurred here. 20-year-old Karen Cagle, the passenger on the scooter, was killed.
I was sad to see one of my best friends, to know that I wasn't going to see her smile and to hear her voice.
Roberto Figueiredo went to Mariner High School with Cagle. He says she often rode on the scooter with her friend Stephen Mitchell, who survived the crash. He's a patient at Lee Memorial Hospital. Cagle's Facebook page says she found out about a week ago that she was pregnant. We went to Bobby Ray Doyle's home in Cape Coral. He's identified as the Hummer driver. The man who answered would not talk with us and quickly closed the door. The next-door neighbor says Doyle has had the Hummer for some time, and he can't believe that Doyle would be at fault.
I don't know the specifics on it, but I just say it's an unfortunate accident because he's a good driver, you know. I don't know of him ever having any kind of accidents or anything like that. He's just a good, decent guy.
Karen Cagle's friend says she will be missed.
She was always that kind of person that if you were in a down kind of mood, she'd always bring you up. She never liked seeing her friends sad or anything. She always tried to put a smile on her face, and she was always like the big sister to people, always trying to ease our problems and make things better.
We checked a short time ago. Stephen Mitchell is in serious condition at Lee Memorial Hospital. No charges have been filed, but the Lee Sheriff says this is an open and ongoing investigation. Live in North Fort Myers, I'm Mike Walcher, Wink News Now.
Mike, thank you. New developments on a deadly crash that killed a Collier County motorcyclist. We first told you about the collision at Golden Gate Parkway and 68th Street Southwest Saturday at 6. Tonight, the Florida Highway Patrol says 26-year-old Erbil Hernandez was on his motorcycle when the driver of a minivan made a U-turn in front of him. After the impact, he was thrown into a ditch. Troopers say the 84-year-old woman driving the van could face charges. Tonight at 11, area law enforcement agencies are cracking down on drivers who aren't buckled up. From tomorrow through June 2nd, authorities will be on high alert for the annual Click It or Ticket campaign. Last year, driving without a seatbelt became a primary offense, and more than 87% of Florida drivers took notice. But that still leaves plenty of drivers and passengers unrestrained.
It doesn't matter what speed you're driving. I mean, if you get into an accident, you're liable to get injured. It doesn't matter how fast you're going.
The governor's office says in 2010, nearly 800 Florida drivers died in crashes and were not wearing seatbelts at the time. Seatbelt tickets in the city of Fort Myers carry a fine of $113. New tonight, new pictures from inside the train that crashed and derailed in Connecticut on Friday. You can see those in the left box. Meanwhile, 30,000 people are gearing up for a difficult commute around Connecticut and New York City as crews begin repair work on a damaged rail line. In the right box, crews are preparing to work around the clock to get that rail line up and running. 72 people were hurt in the crash. 9 people are still in the hospital tonight. New video at 11 of another train incident, this time in Chicago. Amtrak officials say a train derailed near the city's Union Station this morning. The train was transporting around 200 people from New Orleans to the Windy City. Fortunately, the train remained upright and no one was hurt. Authorities are still investigating what caused that incident. New details at 11 on the tragic drowning of an autistic boy in Florida's Panhandle. Authorities say the body of 8-year-old Owen Black washed ashore today. He was on the beach with his mother Friday afternoon when he wandered off. For 48 hours, crews searched by land and air to try to find him. Then came the news no one was prepared for.
This is, I believe, what it appears to be on the surface, and that was just a horrific accident.
Owen was autistic and loved the water. Investigators believe he got trapped in an undertow, was taken out to sea and drowned. New information tonight on the man and woman accused of robbing 2 Lee County banks. Wink News was there as Christopher Baker and Kristen Williams made first appearances in court. Deputies arrested them yesterday after investigators say the pair robbed a Chase Bank in Estero. That robbery came less than 24 hours after cameras caught the suspects robbing an Iberia bank in Fort Myers at 6 Mile Cypress and Colonial Boulevard. In the left box, you can see those clear pictures of the first robbery. And in the right box, exclusive video of Christopher Baker's arrest yesterday. Both are being held on $200,000 bond. Right now, a former Pennsylvania officer once hailed a hero by the president himself now faces criminal charges. Richard DeCoatsworth is in jail accused of raping 2 women. Police say 2 women claimed he pulled out a gun, forced them to use drugs, then engage in sex acts. Back in 2007, he made headlines for chasing down a suspect after being shot in the face.
To say that I don't have any fear would be a lie. You know, you have some fear, but you learn to channel that fear.
As the years went on, DeCoatsworth racked up several complaints, and 2 years ago, a police spokesman announced that the then 25-year-old was retiring due to injuries he sustained from the 2007 shooting. Developing tonight, the chief executive of the Associated Press is calling the government seizure of phone records unconstitutional. What's more, he says it's having a chilling effect on news gathering.
We don't question their right to conduct these sort of investigations. We just think they went about it the wrong way.
Gary Pruitt said the Justice Department's secret subpoena of 2 months' worth of records has made sources less willing to talk to AP journalists, and the news agency has not ruled out legal action against the government. Meanwhile, the scandal surrounding the IRS's targeting of conservative groups is still being questioned. This morning, a top aide to the White House said President Barack Obama first heard about it on the news.
Here's the cardinal rule when you deal with situations like these, not just for this White House, but for all White Houses, is you do not interfere in an independent investigation, and you do not do anything to get off the appearance of interference in an independent investigation.
Dan Pfeiffer says the president was not informed in April when the White House counsel's office learned of the Inspector General's investigation.
If I can't win, I hope it's someone that we know.
New at 11, all eyes are on Florida as the nation waits to hear who brought a record-breaking Powerball ticket at Zephyrhills Publix. Plus,
I felt like what was happening to my stomach was it was getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
a frightening flight for a pregnant woman who started having contractions during an emergency landing.
Won't need the umbrellas tomorrow morning. 71 degrees, partly cloudy as you wake up. When I come back, though, I'll let you know if you'll need the umbrella in the afternoon.
Tomorrow morning, we're putting for Patriots. Join in on a mini golf game that's anything but easy.
Plus, clean your clothes without cleaning out your wallet. Some homemade formulas that'll save you money.
Plus, we'll have a look at your work week forecast with your weather on the ones.
We'll see you at 5.
Tomorrow night at 6, a year-long Wink News call for action investigation. There's an air conditioning company you may want to avoid. We uncover a laundry list of bad practices that have the company in hot water with customers, the Better Business Bureau, even local government. That's tomorrow night at 6, only on Wink News Now.
Attention Publix shoppers in Florida, one of you is the winner of a record-breaking $590 million jackpot. The lone-winning ticket was sold at a location in Zephyrhills. Duarte Geraldino has the latest on the search for a winner, all new at 11.
Lottery officials say someone purchased the one and only winning Powerball ticket at this Publix supermarket in Zephyrhills, Florida.
Just very happy that someone in the local town, our little town won. Zephyrhills got on the map.
Everyone in this small community of approximately 13,000 wants to know who the new multimillionaire is.
Everybody knows everybody. Most people have been here for years and years. So if I can't win, I hope it's someone that we know.
Just knowing that it was right down the street that somebody won was pretty exciting.
We're going to round it out this evening with the number 52.
A single ticket matched all 5 numbers and the Powerball during Saturday's drawing. It's worth about $590.5 million, the largest jackpot in Powerball history. People in 43 states and the District of Columbia scooped up the $2 tickets, hoping to win more than $500 million. Lines formed from coast to coast, even though the odds of winning were 1 in about 175 million.
$10.
Lottery officials say players purchased so many tickets, about 80% of all possible number combinations were sold. Right now, we don't know if the winner is an individual or a group that went in on a ticket together. But it's only a matter of time. The Florida Lottery doesn't allow winners to stay anonymous. Duarte Geraldino, Wink News Now.
The next Powerball drawing is Wednesday, but the jackpot is a little bit smaller at just an estimated $40 million. Back now to the breaking news we first brought you at the top of the newscast. This is new video just into the Wink newsroom of the destruction left behind in Shawnee, Oklahoma. A massive tornado tore through an entire trailer park neighborhood. You can see the leveled community in the top box, and the whipping winds overturned semis and tossed cars like toys. We're also learning at least one person was killed, and officials say based on the damage they see, there could be more fatalities. Eric Stone has been monitoring the severe weather outbreak and has your local forecast too.
Yeah, we saw 27 tornadoes that were confirmed from the Storm Prediction Center, and again, somewhere in parts of central Iowa, Des Moines, seeing some tornado activity, as well as Wichita and Oklahoma City, numerous tornadoes in and around your city. The red shading is where there's still tornado watches going on, and they will last through the overnight hours from parts of Wisconsin through eastern Iowa, western Illinois, and also looks like Kansas City. Now you're out of the tornado watch box, but St. Louis, that watch box will be extended there. So if you do know anyone or have family in these areas, might want to just call them up and see how they're doing. Springfield under a tornado watch with some pretty good thunderstorm activity in northeastern Oklahoma as well. Here in Southwest Florida, well, we are finally looking dry after a pretty rainy afternoon for most of us. So the last hour on our Sky Tracker Doppler HD looking good. 72 this morning in Fort Myers, 92 this afternoon, picking up over an inch of rain at Page Field, 2/3 of an inch in Alva. North Fort Myers, nearly 6/10 of an inch, high of 94 degrees. And the Cape, only about 1/10 of an inch of rain for you with a high of 90. 87 degrees, Naples, 4/100 of an inch of rain for you. Punta Gorda, 92 degrees, over 1/3 of an inch of rain. LaBelle, no rain for you, 94 degrees, 92 Immokalee, just under 2/10 of an inch. 91 Golden Gate, just under 1/2 an inch of rain for you. Big winner in the rain category, Lehigh Acres calling in the high of 88 and 1.8 inches of rain. Lake Placid, 90 degrees, just over 1/2 an inch of rain. Arcadia, dry at 92. Currently 73 in Fort Myers, 74 degrees in Naples, and we do have a light wind out of the southeast, right around 5 miles per hour. 76 Cape Coral, 77 Port Charlotte. Dew points right around 70 degrees, so not going to cool down all that much tonight. Here's our cold front responsible for all the severe weather in the Midwest and Central Plain states. That will slowly move to the east, but here in Southwest Florida, enough moisture in place that we will have another round of scattered storms on your Monday. Mixture of sun and clouds. By 8 o'clock, it'll be partly cloudy and mild, 73 degrees, 86 by lunchtime, and again, 85 degrees with those scattered storms during the afternoon. For tonight, partly cloudy, hazy conditions possible. 71 Fort Myers, 72 in Naples, upper 60s further inland, 74 degrees on Sanibel. Boaters in the morning, a southeasterly wind will shift to the southwest in the afternoon around 5 to 10 knots. Keep in mind, you may see a shower or thunderstorm on the Gulf, 1 foot offshore. Smooth inland waterways. Immokalee, Golden Gate, LaBelle, and Lehigh Acres, all communities at or above 90 degrees on your Monday. 90 Fort Myers, Arcadia, 89 Cape Coral, middle 80s on Sanibel. Scattered afternoon storms tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Isolated rain Thursday, driest of the 7 days Friday. Isolated afternoon showers return Saturday and Sunday.
She actually said, the pilot has declared an emergency. And then she continued and said, we are going to crash. Please put your head between your legs and hold on to your ankles.
New on Wink, a mid-air emergency sent contractions shooting through an expectant mother's belly. Becky Long was 7 months pregnant when her Frontier Airlines flight lost cabin pressure. The plane landed safely, but she had to go to the hospital for monitoring. Long says she had to argue with Frontier over and over again before a Denver area TV station helped get her a refund for her troubles. New tonight at 11, the Army of the Future could be buzzing. Researchers in Croatia are training honeybees to sniff out explosives. Scientists say this specially trained colony can detect buried landmines more than 300 miles away. Forget the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Johnny Depp is getting a prehistoric tribute. His iconic character, Edward Scissorhands, was the main inspiration. A scientist named a 505-million-year-old fossil after the actor. The Kootenai Deppi has scissor hand-like claws and is a distant ancestor of lobsters and scorpions. Coming up in sports, the Rays looking to continue their recent hot streak. See if Tampa can complete a sweep of their AL East rivals, Baltimore. And Deion Jordan looking sharp in his new Miami Dolphins uniform. Hear from the Miami first-round pick on how he plans to shape the team. It appears the Red Sox have rekindled their winning ways. Following a stretch where they lost 9 of 11 games, the Sox have responded by winning 4 straight and climbing back to within a game of the lead in the AL East. Today they look to finish a sweep of their spring training neighbors, the Minnesota Twins. Boston got on the board in a big way in the second with 2 outs. Will Middlebrooks knocks one to deep center field over the scoreboard to put the Sox up 1. Later, it's Mike Napoli's turn as he bloops one into the center. Another run scores. Following a 2-hour rain delay, the game continued with Boston building its lead for a 5-1 win over Minnesota. Rays taking on the Orioles. Game tied in the 5th, but Luke Scott changes that. Takes Chris Stillman to deep center field for the solo home run to give Tampa the lead. 1 inning later, and it's Matt Joyce getting into the act. It appears to go foul, but upon further review, it hits the post, which is a home run as Tampa takes out Baltimore with the 3-1 win. The Rio Summer Olympics are still 3 years away, but that hasn't stopped USA basketball from game planning a 3rd straight gold medal. To accomplish that, they are looking to retain head coach Mike Krzyzewski. Coach K led the red, white, and blue to the gold medal platform in Beijing and London, but had previously said he was done. USA Basketball Chairman Jerry Colangelo said a deal to bring him back should be resolved in a week. NBA playoffs continuing with the Spurs and Grizzlies, but it was hard to call this one a game as San Antonio dominated from start to finish to win Game 1 of the series against Memphis. Tony Parker led the way with 20 points as the Spurs embarrassed the Grizzlies and are 3 wins away from their first finals appearance since 2007. To the Lynx, where Keegan Bradley was looking to complete a wire-to-wire win at the Byron Nelson Championship, but it was not happening today for Bradley. On 11, he misses the makeable par shot to bogey the hole. Then, more of the same on 12. Another close-range putt will not connect for Keegan. He was 2 over on the day, opening the door for Sangwon Bae, who got off to a hot start on 5, draining the birdie putt to grab a share of the lead at the time. But by 18, his first PGA Tour win was all but wrapped up as Sangwon Bae captures the Byron Nelson Championship, finishing at 13 under. Before he can take over the Miami Dolphins defensive line, rookie Deion Jordan is doing something different, getting his first trading card made. Miami's first-round pick joined other rookies for the shoot as they all begin their journey through the NFL. But besides getting his first taste of the national spotlight, Jordan was also focused on getting the Dolphins back to the glory days.
They have some great athletes there, and the history is, it speaks for itself. So, I'm very excited to be at a great place with great history, and just be able to work back towards getting towards the top.
To the ice, where the Bruins and Rangers in Game 2 of their series. New York down 1. Not anymore. Rick Nash goes top shelf for the goal as the Rangers even up the game. But Boston quick to respond as Johnny Boychuk lets one rip, and he lights the lamp to give the Bruins the lead as Boston takes Game 2 with a 5-2 win over the Rangers. In tonight's NHL nightcap, the Pittsburgh Penguins appear to have their 3rd win in their series with the Ottawa Senators locked up. But with less than a minute to go, the Sens scored a shorthanded goal to put the game into overtime. After another scoreless 20 minutes, both teams are battling it out in sudden death. We'll have one more look at your forecast coming up next. Finally, at 11, some video that will make you smile. Wink News reporter Megan Contreras spent the day in a boat in the Gulf, and she sent us this footage of dolphins playing in the warm water. She says the animals surrounded the boat and surfaced for air several times as they soaked up the sun. Looks like they're having a good time out there. How can you not?
Does.
It was beautiful.
That's right. 84-degree water temperature is pretty nice. We did see some afternoon storms, though. She must have been out a little bit earlier. And it does look like we'll see afternoon storms through Wednesday, isolated rain Thursday, a little bit drier on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, isolated afternoon storms return. High temperatures, Haley, right around 90 degrees the next 7 days.
All right. Thanks for watching tonight. Tune in to Wink News, joining again at 5 tomorrow morning. Have a good night.